Guess who's back? I'm not even gonna lie. I've been sick for the last couple of days. Luckily, it's a bit better and I can talk now. By coincidence, one of the packages that I pre-ordered weeks ago finally came today. So I don't really have a choice. So I kind of need to film so that I can get this video ASAP. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Welcome. I also just wanted to add a side note. I do not intend to keep this upload schedule up. I'm really only uploading this much because I had a bunch of pre-orders and stuff that came in for new content, and I want to get those out to you guys as soon as I can. Opinions and stuff out to you guys, because I know there's some people who will, I guess, want to see mine, which still kind of feels weird to me. But I know it's also helpful to get all the perspectives and stuff you can, especially for me, because I feel like I have a really unique blading style, which is not typically seen. And I hope I can actually make a video on that in the future, because obviously you guys aren't going to see much when I'm just testing. I just did my outro and stuff. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Like, it really means a lot. Yeah. And I also want to let you guys know that whenever one of these new releases come out, I like exclusively and strictly restrict myself from watching any videos or comments or anything on the topic. So I only allow myself to watch those videos from like Zenki, Illinook, MBBC, Left Burst, all of the people that pretty much inspired me to make videos, especially about this topic. Just so that I can actually, like, form my own opinions on this stuff and let you guys know, like, what I think. So I want you guys to know that, like, regardless of everything, I really try to put my own effort and opinions into this. So everything you're going to be seeing here is pretty much thoughts that are exactly me. I got the Phoenix Flare set. Whoa. I pre-ordered this like when the pre-orders went up. Phoenix Flare's defense, which is kind of interesting. This one also features a bunch of new parts. Phoenix Flare Z, which I'll put like right here like I usually do because I don't know the name of it. 980 is not new, but that's like the only part that I think is not new. And WW, which is wall wedge. I've gone through this 1,000,001 times. This is not a real knife. Okay, okay, I don't think there's any more tape there. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm kind of like really close to my phone. I might even need to turn down the volume. But I'm just at like a normal talking tone today, so I don't even know. What? You stupid! Oh, it looks like it was empty. The driver is just really dark. You know what time it is. I'm gonna try it again. It's transition time. Ah shit, I messed it up. One more try. There we go, it worked this time. The cool thing with TT Bays, I'm gonna highlight it again. Their CX blades already come pre-assembled, which is cool normally. For me though, I'm gonna have to fix something with that. And of course, got 980. It's a pretty decent ratchet. I mean, not a whole lot. It's a little more risky because of the higher height, but yeah, I think this is gonna be a pretty solid additive, especially because I've been seeing people use it for hover wyvern. We also have wall wedge, which is something that comes with Cerberus Flame, except not really, because Cerberus Flame has wall ball, so it's more stamina. This one has wall wedge, so as you can see, it's like a little wedge driver sandwiched in between, well, these like 3 sloped walls. Anyway, let's go into the CX blade now. Alright, so these are our parts. We have Phoenix. Honestly, one of my favorite lock chips so far. It's really cool. This is another one where I want to get probably a couple of, I know I've been saying that with pretty much every CX blade, but to be honest, I think that they are honestly nailing the lock chip art for these. I think the motifs always end up being really cool. I love a Firebird. Okay, let's just go with the assist blade first. This is actually really thick. This is probably one of the thicker CX blades, but it feels really dense, to be honest. It also has these humps, which look to be pretty solid. I wonder if those are going to help with like cushioning a lot of attacks. We have the main blade, which is Flare. Flare, I think, is going to be kind of interesting. It's another one that it's like thinner. I think this is probably about how thick Might is. Not too, I think it might, hold on, let me actually grab my Might blade real quick. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Might is still definitely heavier than Flare. Flare is not the heaviest. I was gonna say it's pretty close, but I'm gonna be straight with you guys. Flare is actually pretty light. This is probably closer to like Wolf Hunt, but I can see this not being too bad, especially if you balance it out with like M85, but obviously we'll get into that later. So you have the CX blade and the 980 and our new driver that I don't even think has been re-released on anything yet, since this one's so new, is Wall Wedge. Pretty interesting to see how that one performs versus a lot of other defense types, or even just Wall or Wedge itself. I'm obviously gonna do like my spin test and my battle test. However, since I can't talk that much today, I want to make this a little interesting and still give you guys some more content, especially since this is just a starter pack, so it's a smaller unboxing. So I'm actually going to have a couple extra types of fights and spin tests and stuff for you guys. So now for this time with this launch, we're gonna go for more angled ones so that I can see if I can get it to actually kind of like work with the walls, and we'll see how that changes up everything. So I now have my wedge up here just to see, and of course we'll battle with both to really see if there's a difference, because I feel like that's where there's going to be a huge one. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected for a less angled launch, because it's still just acting like wedge if you flat launch Wall Wedge. Now we're gonna angle launch it, see if it performs any different. I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to stay at an angle longer, because the wall isn't going to force it back to restabilize. Alright, yeah, that was pretty much what I was expecting. It definitely did seem like it stayed on its side a little bit longer, not a whole lot longer at least, but I think with some practice, and of course I'm not a huge person who uses wedge, but with somebody who uses wedge properly, I'm sure you could get it to do a lot more than just stabilize towards the center, even though that's probably what wedge is going to be best used for. Swapping back to Wall Wedge, this time we're going to be running Wizard Rod 160 Hexa.
You stupid!
Or not Hexa.
Oh yeah, call me a good boy.
Rush. Hold the crowd. Go shoot. Go shoot. Go shoot. Go shoot. it did hold its own for a little while. I honestly think that the wall, even though I feel like it helped keep it stable, ended up just kind of ruining its stamina over time because it just kept scraping. Go shoot. Go shoot. I'll fix my stadium finally. I noticed that I was watching the previous videos that I uploaded, and I just completely didn't notice that like came out. I don't know how it happened. Okay, so swapping it up, I want to rerun that this time with wedge just to see if that really changes anything. Go. Yeah, I feel like my theory where wall wedge was scraping and making it lose a lot of stamina was true. Because even though it got destabilized for a bit longer, it definitely seemed like it's able to keep its stamina up. Go shoot, go shoot. Yeah, that was bad. I almost feel like wall wedge is supposed to be like wedge with training wheels. Okay, so to change it up, I'm gonna just put swap rush out for hexa real quick, and I want to see how it does again. So this time we're gonna put rod in first, and whoever wins this fight goes in first the next one. Go. Yeah, so it definitely did not do that well against the rod test so far, but we're just going to swap it and put it back on the wedge. Shoot. Go shoot. Yeah, that definitely did go a lot better for Phoenix. Unfortunately, like I said, I think just when it gets disabled, it's kind of just screwed. Go shoot. Go shoot. Yeah, same thing happened there when it just got, like, unstable. It just, like, got annihilated. Go shoot. Go shoot. I do want to test a little theory out because we have it, and I want to make this video a little longer so that I can front the watch time. If you don't like it, fighting in the parking lot at 3:38 p.m. during the McDonald's blackout on February 18th, 2094. So I wanted to swap up the combo a little bit. I definitely already feel a weight difference, which is unsurprising. So I put it, I wanted to keep Phoenix Flare. I still think this might be a little better if you use, Emperor, but I don't know, I just want to keep this for now. But I put it on heavy, M85 Hexa. I wanted to see how well it does as a defense type, but I also kind of wanted to shorten it a little bit, which, I mean, putting it on an 85 height didn't really help. But I did thin it out by using heavy, which is significantly heavier, obviously. I also want to just show off the difference between Z in heavy real quick. It is massive compared to it. Like, probably a whole, like, 2 or 3 millimeters larger. So I honestly think that this might be even taller than, or might be even shorter, even though it has 95 height. Although I'll have to crank out some math. Yeah, actually, just because it's like one of the best defense drivers in the game. So we're going to be doing the same rod test. First off, we're going to do it on rush just to see how well this ends up against attack. Go shoot, go shoot. Not a great first start, but I think the new parts definitely did have it a little bit longer there. Go shoot, go shoot. Go shoot. Wow, so it looks like my theory actually did put in a little work. It did actually beat it that time. Go shoot. Oh, I was just a little bit too long for it. Okay, so I don't think it's going to win this one, but we're going to put the same combo that I just ran versus Wizard Rod 160 Hexa. Go shoot. Okay, that's not a bad first round. Alright, then we'll put Phoenix Flare in first. I would like to point out that I think what I'm noticing is that Rod is getting destabilized after a couple of hits, and it looks like it's slowing Rod down. So I think when you are able to destabilize this Rod combo, which this one seems like it can do, because I think that's how it won the first round, it's actually pretty fair against this combo. Shoot, go, shoot. You did get 1 point on Rod in both forms, although I really want to try one more thing. Okay, so I did want to try to make Phoenix a little shorter by using one that I think is a pretty heavy ratchet. So we have it, instead of running M85 now, we have it running 760. So it's going to shorten its height by a little bit, as well as hopefully make it a little bit lighter. Or not hopefully, but it might have made it a little lighter. Probably did. Also, everything in this combo is the exact same. I just swapped the ratchet. So we're starting with Hexa. Go shoot. Go shoot. It did seem like it lasted a little longer. We'll try that again. Go shoot, go shoot. Yeah, it definitely did seem like it made the combo a lot more stable overall. Go shoot, go shoot. have it again then. Good. That was really bad. I think I just sent him to the actual death sentence. Okay, and now for the final set, I decided to put it back on rush, so we'll see how well this does against the attack types. Yeah, that was not great.
I faith in this law.
Well, that was a lot of action in like 30 seconds. Yeah, I mean, it got Wizard to like actually jump over it for a second. We might have actually stood on it. Fuck it. You know what? I decided to do one more test because I wanted to put it on one of my favorite defense drivers. I can explain, okay? I can explain. I don't know why, but when I spin test these, because yes, I usually spin test them to see like what's their average spin time. Going rock, actually, in my experience, has the longest average spin time, and I think it's because of underneath. And I don't know if it's because this one's not as tall, but every other needle driver that I have used has performed so badly. But whenever I use underneath, for some reason, it's almost unmatched. So, damn, I'm gonna get so much flame in the comments. Go, shoot, go, shoot. Oh, it definitely did seem like it was gonna go somewhere in a second. I think it can do it. I believe in you. You better not fail me. You better not fail me or else you're going on my shit list with all the other needles. Go, shoot, go, shoot. Okay, looks like 760 failed. Actually, no, fuck you. This is Needle's fault. I'm gonna find a way to blame it. This is Needle's fault. Okay, just to shut some of you up, I'm deciding to restart this. We're gonna try it on
You stupid
960. Just because I know someone in the comments is gonna be like, it wasn't under Needle, it was 760. Holy shit. You're such an asshole. So I'm fine. I appeased you. Are you happy? One person in the comments. Are you freaking happy now? You happy that I still have to use this and restart it now, and I have to do another 3 rounds just for this to lose? Go shoot. Go shoot. Oh my god! I think I did it. I think I found the combo. Go shoot. Go shoot. Shoot, go, shoot. Ooh, go shoot. All I did was put Wizard on Hexa. Who's gonna get to the center first? Oh my god, this could be a win position. Yeah, that one hit just took so much stamina. Go shoot, go shoot. Oh, that was really close. I'm actually surprised it lasted that long and was that wire of a finish, because it literally came here and it hit my finger. I felt it hit my finger right there. and then went back in. I thought that was going to kill all of its stamina, but it just still had enough to get that far down. Oh my god, it did it. Okay, I have to say, even though it's not probably going to win this next one, it's holding on pretty well. Go. Oh my god. That was so much closer. I actually want to rerun that. Go. Go.
If I had a nickel for every time
Rod got sent into the extreme pocket immediately after launch.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Go. Okay, you know what? I want to say they're pretty even, because if it's able to take Rod out with one hit like that... I think it could actually do pretty good. I mean, throughout that whole thing, they seemed like it, for a lot of them, it could have gone either way. I mean, Rod was favored, but I feel like with a better combo, this will really succeed. Okay, now that I'm finally done glazing Phoenix for like 30 minutes, I have to say, I think I'd recommend you pick this up. I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah, so overall, I don't think wall wedge is going to do that great. I'm sure that many people can figure out wall wedge if you can figure out wedge. I'm sure this would work for some really, really unstable combos. 980 is pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's not terrible, but I would not use it over like a 960 or even 70. I don't even know if I'd use it over a 965. It's just not that great. I feel like it gets hit too much. But overall, I feel like the biggest thing with the stock combo was it was just too tall. So stock combo, no. Especially with Z. Z took like a majority of the hits. It did not start getting like hitting, none of the base started hitting the metal at all until I swapped out Z for heavy. I want to point that out. I feel like that's important.
To me
I feel like you should know that. Flare though, I can see this actually having some use in the meta eventually. I'm sure that I can make it work. If you guys actually want to see a video where I try different combos out on Flare, just to see if it really can work in other different viabilities, we will do that, especially when I have a lot more meta parts where I can do pretty much a versus 1-to-1 meta. And Flare, like I said, or Phoenix, like I said, it's a lock chip, so it's not really that important, but I really love this design. I think it looks really cool. It does look a little more fluffy than the other ones, I think. Let me grab, like, my other Phoenixes real quick. Yeah, it looks a lot more fluffy. I mean, I want to say that this one probably looks more elegant. This one looks a lot sharper and more aggressive, and this one looks kind of in between, which I think is kind of interesting. And I feel like that kind of makes sense because this is actually an attack bay, right? And this, I think, is a defense bay? Hold on, or not a defense, a balance bay. Give me a second. Oh no, it's considered a stamina bay. So this is stamina, this is defense, so this is the holy triad. Both in BX, CI, or UX and CX form. And of course we have Phoenix Feather that came out, and the reason I don't have it yet is because Hasbro just released it, but I'll give you a slight hint. I may have done this, and I may have ordered it, so that might be a video coming out soon. Yeah, so I think I can recommend you pick this up. Not for every other part here. I wouldn't say get it for wall wedge, because right now it doesn't really have a use. But I could see it finding use in the future. 980 is kind of meh, and you can find it in other places like Calisthings. Z70 or Z, I think, could be used on some better blades. I think it would find better use on ones that are heavier, like Blast or even Might. But right now, because it's so tall, I can't say that it's a really worth it part to use, because I feel like it's just going to contribute to it getting so unstabilized. But if you're doing a CX only, tournament or whatever, I think this could be still a pretty okay part. But like I said, Flare and Phoenix, because Phoenix looks cool as shit, let's not lie to ourselves. Those two parts are really good. I think this is gonna find some use in the future. In CX battles, I think that this one Z could do okay, but I wouldn't recommend it for like UX or BX battles. And 980 is kind of meh. Personally, I like it. I think there's gonna be uses. But I'd say this is kind of like not one where I wouldn't recommend you get it, or one where I totally recommend you get it. If you want to experiment a lot, I think that this does have a lot of potential, and I think that you could actually work out some really good combos with it. I also would not be surprised if this appears in the meta with how new it is. Yeah, though, I think that wraps it up. Like I said, I say if you want to get it, get it. If you don't, I think you can skip this one for now. But I'd almost say get it, because I feel like this one, once we figure out a way to do it, use it, it's going to go out of stock really fast. But if you also are a little more limited with your budget and stuff, you don't have to get this bay. I would still go with something like even just the Emperor Might set or Shark Scale from either company. Yeah, overall, I think this is kind of it's like a take it or leave it. I don't think it really matters that much as of right now, which is in like the beginning of February 2026. Yeah, I think I'm finally done. I think that wraps it up. I have been your local internet fail girl, not just your local one, but your favorite one, and you know it's true. Don't fucking lie to yourself. You love me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, I'm gonna do the classic YouTuber thing. Please like, please subscribe, and comment your thoughts. I really want to know, and I want to try to interact with you guys as much as possible. I promise I will be paying attention to that stuff, and I try to respond to comments I can as fast as I can, because I want to know your guys' thoughts, and I want to be able to create content that you enjoy. So if you have any suggestions or anything, because obviously, like, I have some ideas, but yeah, if I'm really just doing unboxings right now on newer content, but yeah, please, if you enjoy these videos, show your support, subscribe, like. It definitely helps with motivation, especially because I, as a mentally ill individual, can get really unmotivated sometimes. But yeah, and also, like I said, comment your video ideas. I will pay attention to that, or just your ideas in general. Yeah, it like I said, it really helps me a lot. I'm really glad that you guys at least seem like you're enjoying this, considering I've been getting more views than this account initially got before the rebrand, which, like I said, really means the world to me, and I don't mean that in like a mild way. I truly do mean that. Yeah, but please, if you guys enjoy the video, do all that stuff. I want to interact with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video overall, though, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Selfish cause I got a lot to do. You know I'm kinda pop star, kinda white boy awesome, covered in lip gloss, kisses blueberry blossom. You heard of me? That's probably cause you gossip. Your mouth tastes just like my name, I'm so nauseous.